So if you're going wiki, this is a great place to start. When you make your account, this is what's going to show up for you. So you have your dashboard, you have your new wiki, and you have your settings. Now it's important to note that with the wiki, all kids get an email address. And of course, particularly with the younger students, you don't want to give them the option of having an email address to be able to email each other back and forth because you can't you won't have access to it as the teacher. You cannot see these emails that the kids will be sending back and forth between each other. And so you want to make sure that they definitely do not have this option. So you can go into settings, and again, you can post a picture you can create your own profile, change your password, delete your account. There's a lot of different options on this page. So email monitor changes. This is important for you because if your kids are doing things to the wiki pages, or if you've assigned them a wiki page to create, you can get an email once a day to see the changes that they've made. You can get emails every time that they make a change, but I don't suggest that because there's a lot of changes that get made in a day. So, and then here you have email private messages, and you want to make sure that that is definitely on the no. And you probably want to go ahead and set your email site changes. These two things are extremely important because, again, you don't want kids who aren't allowed to have an email address to have an email address, and they will figure out, that they have an email address and start emailing each other back and forth. And so you just want to make sure that that doesn't happen. Once you have those settings, all your settings locked in, go ahead and hit save and then hit create a new wiki. And then they'll just come up with some different things for you to go through to make this new wiki page. So you just very quickly go through, fill in all your information, and then you just have to certify that your wiki will be used for education because that's the only way that you can get it for free. Once you're done that, just go ahead, click create, and you go right. From here, you're just off and running with your wiki page. It's time for you to just go ahead and figure out what you want to put on here, how you want to put it on here, and what you'd like your wiki page to do. Again, it's going to be different for everybody. But let's take a quick look at members. If you go up here and you click on members, you'll see that I am the only member for my wiki. Now, I can create a code that will allow people to easily jump into my wiki. I can send out invitations, or I can send out membership requests. So, and up here, you have make organizer. Anyone you make an organizer is going to be able to edit your wiki, all your wiki. So it's important that you go through and you lock the pages. You want to make sure that your students can't edit and that you don't want other people to edit. So make sure that, here I'm an organizer. If you're collaborating with someone, make them an organizer as well, but don't let your students be organizers. Otherwise, you're going to find some very interesting things on. Now, if you don't want to do the code, if you don't want to create the code because maybe your kids don't have an email or something to that degree, you can always just make usernames or email addresses, or you can switch to the bulk user creator. And here it'll walk you through everything you want to do. And when you want to enter your list, you can just set up an Excel sheet, and then it'll create your member names and it will create your passwords all for your users. So you don't actually really have to do anything to make these users. Once you're done, it'll give you a list. You just have to print it out and then just cut the paper up, give each kid their username and password, and tell them to make sure to never change their password, because if they do, you won't have access to that password anymore. So if they get locked out, there's nothing you can do to help them. And again, there's just a lot of different stuff here that you can do, a lot of different options that you can explore. Permissions is always a good place to start. My wiki is set to private. Only members, only the people I invite can come in and look at this wiki. Nobody in the public can look at this wiki. If you'd like to make it public, but you don't want anybody to mess with it, for your students, go ahead and just click on protect it. So again, great options for making sure that we're in compliance with all these different regulations out there on technology and their use within LCPS.